Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. I'm One Bar with Lupicus. Lupicus, happy rounds 4 through 7 day to you.
Yeah, well, this is a great day. You know, names will be flying fast and furious today. It is also a sad day because it's the last day of the draft, and you start getting that little pit in your belly. You got to wait another 365 days for this beautiful 3-day stretch to come across again. But the silver lining is we will have, 4, 5, 6 new Minnesota Vikings today?
Yeah. And the Vikings have, aside from trading back in round 1, they've actually held their own when it comes in round 3 and 4, not trading around. I think that might change today, or round 3, sorry.
Yeah, we'll see if they move up, package some picks. You know, as much as I don't want a bunch of scuzzy late round players, I would like at least one 7th round pick to give us something to look forward to late in the draft today.
Well, as of now, we have 6 picks today. So let's hop into it. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the best available players from anywhere from rounds 4 all the way to that round 7. So who are some guys that are just really, really on the top of your want list?
Well, one guy I think I really want, I'm surprised he's still on the board, is running back Michael Carter from UNC. This guy was just a man amongst boys at the Senior Bowl. He can catch the football, shifty, quick, explosive. Bring him in as your third running back. He can also return kicks. I think Michael Carter would be a huge scorer for the Vikings in round 4 today.
Yeah, Michael Carter. The fact that he's there is very surprising. I'm going to go stick on the offensive side of the ball and look at receiver. I mean, receiver was a position that we thought could be actually pegged at one of those third rounders. There's still some pretty good receivers on, but receivers were hot and heavy yesterday. So I look at guys that can be dual as far as receiver, return man, the Cade Johnsons. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. I've made no qualms about that. Seth Williams, a big guy. And Jalen Darden, as of right now, we might have been a little high on the Jalen Darden train because he's like the 32nd best receiver on a list right now I'm looking at.
Yeah, someone was on the shows, they were talking about him too, though. So I don't think we're the only ones who were high on Darden. I also had Amon-Ra St. Brown on my list.
Yeah.
Smooth, fluid route runner, good size. So I think he would be a nice score here. Moving on to the safety position, there's like 6 safeties. I hope the Vikings get at least 2 of them. There's your boy Darius Washington still on the board. You got Talanoa Hufanga still on the board. Wiggins from Cincinnati still there, and my boy Caden Stearns from Texas. I love his size. I love his length. Playmaker. I'm really surprised he's on the board. I love Caden Stearns, and if we get any of those guys, I'll be excited. So a lot of options there at the safety position. It really hasn't been picked much yet.
Yeah, and we got to be realistic. This is the Vikings, so we got to look at the cornerback position, and a guy like Shaun Wade sticks out, who could be a cornerback / safety. DJ Daniel from Georgia, Shakir Brown from Michigan State. So I fully expect,
Tupac, Shakir Brown.
I fully expect to see a cornerback with one of these 4th round picks. I don't think Zimmer can wait any longer.
No, and Shaun Wade to me is super intriguing. This guy was pegged as not just a first rounder a year ago, but like a pretty damn high first rounder. Came back, played, and he got scorched. It isn't really no way to sugarcoat it. Coverage was not great, so he's got some work to do. But again, this year you bring him in, he doesn't have to be forced into any kind of action. Let him pick up the scheme, learn from Patrick Peterson, learn under Mike Zimmer, and then year 2 you hope to see a little more from Shaun Wade. So again, he's a guy I'm not surprised he's still on the board, but he's a guy I definitely want the Vikings to take. My last one is probably the biggest surprise of all these guys we've named that's still available is defensive tackle from Iowa, Davion Nixon. Early in the process, this guy was getting first round buzz. Then you always saw him, pretty securely in the 2nd round. Makes you wonder what's going on here. Is there a medical red flag? Is it kind of his build is just weird. He almost looks like just an oversized linebacker. He's extremely quick. He's athletic. He's fast. Maybe there's some strength about his overall power, or some concern about his overall power. But Davion Nixon, I thought would have been long gone by now. And I do think the Vikings will take a D tackle sometime today, whether that's round 4 or round 5. But Davion Nixon's a guy who I'm really surprised to see still on the board.
Maybe he's just not very good.
Oh, that could be it too, but you never know.
Let's look at a position we already took, a position we last took and got our juices flowing, Wyatt Davis. Let's look at guard again, because we know even though we got Wyatt Davis, we got Ezra Cleveland, it could still be on the table. And there's some good ones left. Trey Smith, Deontay Brown, Tommy Doyle, Jack Anderson's a guy I would love in round 6 or 7 just because of that beautiful mustache. So
The kid from Grambling still there, David Moore.
Yes, David Moore is there. So some pretty good guards still left. So overall, I mean, you look at, I don't know if you got anyone else you want to talk about, but
No, those are mine.
there's some still, and Jabril Cox, big name still there. I don't think we'll go there, but Jamar Johnson, safety. I'm just looking at some more.
Well, then we're not a running back. Khalil Herbert's still there. He's kind of a bowling ball type. Chuba Hubbard's still there. So there's
Maybe
some
they'll
options.
go. Maybe they'll go Sage Surratt.
I love Sage Surratt. I would not be upset with that one bit. I don't think he played last year. I think he sat out. But
Marvin
again,
Wilson, Dylan Moses,
Yep.
Rashad Weaver. Damn, I want this to start right now.
Yeah, there's so many players here. It'd be hard for the Vikings to screw this up, not take someone that we like. But this, this is kind of we're getting in the area where you're going to make one of those picks that's going to be a head scratcher. And then later in the draft, start taking guys. You're like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, and we got to be realistic here. The Vikings have done fairly well. It's getting close. Like you said, a third pick is coming. A pick that everyone's just going to be like, who the hell is that? So it's coming. But just remember, we've done well to this point.
Yeah, you really can't ask for much better. 4 or 5 guys we've brought in so far, hitting needs, getting great value. So yeah, when that third pick comes, you know what? Let's just study them and then let's accept them into our loving purple arms.
Yes, and be sure to check back all throughout the day. We're going to be busting on a video after every pick. Remember, subscribe, and let's drink some beer today, huh?
Hell yeah. And if you have not yet sent in reaction videos, send them in. We have a pretty good one with Wyatt Davis from last night. I haven't looked at it. Hopefully it's suitable to put on the channel. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Chances are slim. But remember this, guys, as you're watching the draft, regular masturbation boosts your immune system.